UK. You know what I'm saying? Into
I
like
said
the
this.
US through New York.
I said that a grip ago because when I shot a music video back in November, I noticed it before then, but I shot a video back in November, and the dude I shot with was real into like the UK drill type
scene,
shit,
yeah.
and like I started noticing a little bit before there that really, especially since like Drake did that song, you know what I'm saying? Really,
the War song?
Yeah, like that music trend's been coming like more heavy for real. Cause I even started like, cause you know I be like fucking around with beats and shit. Like I started like studying how to like do the drum patterns and shit like that for drill music. But I slowly did start to see that shit come about, and now it's like really getting popular.
Right.
Between
I was just here.
the UK drill, grime, and then the New York drill shit, like all that shit's been kind of like
it's kind of like a new
together.
bubbling buzz, you know.
Yeah, is that what it is now? It's called New York drill.
Yeah, it's like New York drill now, and UK drill. They've kind of been like meshing. It's been like that's been like a real thing. Though,
and it's distinct with those beats. You know what I'm saying? Like those beats.
Cause that hi-hat pattern is like real distinct. Like,
it's
but then they had that like that synth like. You know what I mean? Like that synth or whatever. I don't know. That's just.
But like the hi-hat very distinct though.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, that shit cool. I got a couple beats. I got a couple drill beats that I whipped up.
That shit hot.
This Jay Christian song called Spooky. That shit hot. That shit hot. Y'all been listening to any new music recently? Anything else that's might have hit your earwaves?
I just heard that Yo Gotti shit.
Oh yeah,
that was super
that shit
hard.
alright? You listen to it yet?
Yeah, that Yo Gotti was fire.
That shit, I fuck with that shit.
I was telling them that like I followed some of his tapes, over the years, you know what I mean.
Every time Yo Gotti drop out,
I'm a big Gotti fan. Like I gotta have it.
That shit's always slamming. But I thought this project was like this shit was A1. Like this might be his better.
It's
one.
usually a few that I take off of his projects and put into like my favorite, playlist shit for real. So yeah, that shit was cool. You listen to Lil Wayne's album?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I heard that nigga is like trending, or like he's on pace to have like the number one album.
With that album?
Yeah,
for real. I wouldn't doubt it.
Something with like the streams or the amount of
for
people
real?
that like
the stream that I once. Let me look that up.
Would you listen to it? You said?
Yeah, I got into a big chunk of it. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it fully through, and I'm the type of dude anyway. Like I won't really fully critique an album. I gotta listen to it at least like 3 solid times through. But he got like 20-something tracks on that bitch.
Really?
It's like hard to just listen.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, there's a lot of tracks. There's some that's like, I can skip.
Yeah.
Like, and there's some that like, all right, this shit's hard.
Yeah, I haven't really been listening to Wayne like that because like some of his like past shit, it just hasn't really been up to par.
Some of his probably his last like 2 projects at least have been disappointing.
Yeah, it hasn't been up to par, so I kind of like fell off on that nigga.
But he is rapping on this project though.
No, there was a few tracks I'm like, all right, this shit's hard. Like the one song, Not Me, I like that song.
I'm trying to think who else. Somebody else dropped. Yo. Oh, I ain't hear. I know Russ dropped a new project. I heard it was good, but I ain't listened to it.
Russ,
isn't the baby about to drop something? Or did he drop something? The baby?
He might be drop. He did drop a track that I see right here. It's called Shut Up.
Yeah, that one. So he hasn't dropped that album yet, or whatever he's about to do.
One other. I'm trying to think.
Rich the Kid about to drop something.
Yeah,
that's in the works.
What else? So yeah, I mean the funeral shit dropped. I know Currency just dropped the project.
Oh, did he? I'm gonna check it out, yo.
That's gonna be
that shit's smooth.
Definitely didn't know that.
It's called The Tonight Show with it's like DJ Fresh and Currency.
Word. That's what's up.
I heard Currency in that.
But fucking you watch the Super Bowl last week?
Oh yeah, I watched it.
I did, but the Ravens weren't in it, so I
was
really
impressed.
Yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't the most excited, but I mean, as far as a good football game, it was definitely a good game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was exciting to watch, but yeah, definitely disappointed that the Ravens weren't in that bitch. But we gonna be back. We gonna get there next year.
But I give Patrick Mahomes credit though. That nigga, he nice, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you think about it, Lamar Jackson is undefeated in regular season, which is pretty crazy for a rookie year.
Right.
Yeah, that is
like nobody could beat him in regular season. He's technically undefeated in regular season. That's pretty dope, yo. But,
that must be some type of record, nigga. Like
I know he broke a bunch of records. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a record that he broke.
He's broke all types of records last year.
Even in the game he lost, they said he broke records.
Yeah, he did. He had hella rushing yards in that game.
Word.
We'll be back next year. For sure.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we rolling.
Yeah, we're rolling organically.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, we're here.
We here.
What it is.
Another episode. What's it? 13?
Oh yeah.
Episode 13, yo.
Got Jordan on the podcast.
Jordan chiming in with us again. You know what I'm saying?
What it is.
So I mean, what's been good with you guys? How's your week been? You know what I'm saying?
It's been pretty hectic, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I look like a caveman. I ain't been to the barber in like a month, yo. Like, rough as shit.
I need to get a haircut. Yo.
I'm out here.
Shit, I need to get a haircut.
It, yo.
Man, I might just
nigga thugging it out.
I might just thug it out too, man. Fuck it.
Right.
I ain't getting a haircut, man.
Yeah, it's been same shit, man. Another day.
So I didn't see the Super Bowl, but I did have a couple topics I wanted to get into on it. So you watched the halftime show?
Yeah, I did watch that.
So,
halftime
oh boy, did I?
First off, J-Lo at 50, yo. That's J-Lo at 50, looking alright for real. Still.
Yeah, she looks great.
Man,
nigga, Shakira, nigga, that's real good.
Shakira, hell yeah.
Damn, she's sexy, boy. She still
a lot of people are going off about that.
There was a lot of
controversy,
a lot of turmoil around the Super Bowl, like ignorant, you know what I mean? Shit like, oh, can somebody people tweeting shit like, oh, can somebody translate what's going on? I don't understand, like ignorant shit like that. Yo,
I think that's trash.
That's so crazy to me, yo.
That's trash.
That's wild ass shit.
I think some people like felt like it wasn't like family oriented. I heard that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But
they were trying to say they was only mad because it was Hispanic.
But I feel like
people, yo, come on, yo.
Nah, but I feel like that's their music. Like that's what they've done their whole career. Like
dance
and shake ass, and I ain't trying to make that sound bad, but I mean, come on, that's what they do, and it's entertaining. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was great. The show was good. They mentioned something about Shakira's like tongue movement. Like she did some shit where she was like doing some shit with her tongue.
Yo, that is wild. Like it's just like crazy because like it's really like people picked and choose what they had problems with, but the root of that shit is they was mad that Hispanic people was basically kind of like leading the Super Bowl halftime show when it comes down to it. You can't tell me no differently. Otherwise,
but I feel like that was the whole reason why Jay-Z got brought in the position that he was. It was supposed to be so like let's do something for like our people. You know
more diversity
the
shit.
Blacks and the Spanish and you know what I mean? Yeah. Like for
but
our people.
I will say speaking on Jay-Z, you fool here? Speaking on Jay-Z, an interesting thing that I did find out was like, and I just want to know how y'all feel about this because, so a lot of people like, couple years ago, Jay-Z turned down performing at the Super Bowl, and a lot of people assumed that to be in protest with Kaepernick or like in support of Kaepernick, right? Mm-hmm. But like, come to find out, that wasn't the reason why he didn't perform, yo.
Who?
Jay-Z.
Oh, he was supposed to perform?
No.
Yeah, he turned it down.
2 years ago, he turned down the Super Bowl.
2 years ago.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, he turned down the Super Bowl, and it was assumed that he turned it down in just support of Kaepernick's protest.
Right.
Like, that was like the common assumption, but like, come to find out, that's not the reason why he didn't do it. It was something around like, oh yeah, that's right, because he didn't turn it down. Now that I've seen that, he didn't turn it down in support of Kaepernick. He turned it down because the Super Bowl asked him to perform "Run This Town" with Rihanna and Kanye, and he was like, y'all should be asking me basically, why do I have to bring them to come out? Like, why can't I perform by myself? So the only reason he didn't do it is because he couldn't do a solo performance. Right. So, but everybody assumed that he was supporting Kaepernick. So
yeah, he said right here, he was like, Jay-Z said his opportunity to perform the Super Bowl halftime show should not have been contingent on who he could bring on stage.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting because, like I said, everybody assumed he was supporting Kaepernick, but that Kaepernick had nothing to do with the shit at all, period.
He was
so I feel like that's funny as shit on top of that with other, he's coming to flat since signing his shit with the NFL and all that shit too, like doing this little deal with partnership with them. So it's like, it's just pretty interesting, like, because a lot of people just had the illusion like, oh yeah, he was supporting Kaepernick and now he signed with what? No, he wasn't even, like, had he been able to perform by himself, he would have performed type shit, you see what I'm saying? So I feel like that kind of puts him in a slightly different light, yo. Like, I just found that to be interesting. And
like the music mogul 50 so that the New York Times had approached the NFL and had approached Jay-Z about making making sure he would bring Rihanna and Kanye West to perform their collaboration Run This Town.
Yeah, it had to be all.
And Jay-Z was like, of course I would have told the publication, but I said no, you get me? That is not how you go about telling someone that they're going to do the halftime show contingent on who they bring. I said, forget it. It was a great principle. It was a principle thing.
I can respect that, though, because, I mean, it's kind of like a slap in the face.
Right.
Like,
I get it.
It almost makes you feel like we don't want you unless you got these people.
Yeah.
So I can see where he probably.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I just think it's hilarious because everybody assumed he was supporting Kaepernick, and that wasn't what he was doing.
That just came.
He just still performed.
Yeah, that came with the time.
Because other artists turned it down too in support of Kaepernick. So a lot of people assumed Jay-Z, of all people, like he at the top of the food chain, is supporting Kaepernick. Whole time it was because he had to bring out other artists. And I just felt like that kind of puts a little different light on it. Like to me,
I feel like I respect Jay-Z for that, right? Don't you?
For what?
For not doing it on those.
But because my issue is he didn't do it in support of Kaepernick. Everybody thought he was doing it in support of Kaepernick.
Right.
He didn't do it in support of Kaepernick.
I know, but are you happy that he? So what are you saying? What's
that's
your
phone.
stance?
I feel like
So you're saying that he should have did it because of Kaepernick.
It was interesting. Yeah, I feel like I assumed he didn't do it because of Kaepernick because other artists didn't do it in support of Kaepernick.
But let me tell you this: there was also a story about when Travis Scott performed it last year. Jay-Z spoke out on behalf of Kaepernick, saying like, "Damn, he doesn't think he should do it." You know what I'm saying?
Which is some fuck shit because he would have did it the year prior and Kaepernick was still fighting his fight that year.
What was his reasons though?
Because the whole Kaepernick shit, like.
So that
he was saying like Travis Scott, you shouldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of phony because, like I said, everybody was assuming he was supporting him, but he wasn't. It was just because he couldn't perform.
I think that he still supported him. I don't think that he wasn't supporting him, but I think that he didn't do it because of what we just talked about. He didn't like the fact that they came to him and said, we only want you to do this shit unless you bring these people, which as an artist, that's a slap in the face. It makes you feel like you're not really wanted.
Yeah, especially being Jay-Z of all artists.
Yeah. Right, come on.
But like I said, I mean, to an extent, like I said, I just think that's interesting. But I mean, he did to some degree support Kaepernick because I'm sure he had parts of. Obviously, he's probably part of the reason why Kaepernick did have that shot earlier this season.
I mean, did you see the commercials? Like, did you see the shit that they were doing in the Super Bowl? Like,
I didn't watch it.
Well, what they did was they had commercials, NFL commercials, talking about police brutality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I thought that was definitely a Jay-Z.
That's definitely probably a Jay-Z movie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know
I'm sure.
I appreciated that. To be honest, as a black man, I did. I appreciate.
I mean, that's dope, but it's like, I don't know. And then Jay-Z caught flack, and even from Kaepernick. Kaepernick tweeted out that shit because Jay-Z and Beyonce wasn't standing during the national anthem in the Super Bowl.
Why would Kaepernick have an issue
because
when he's the one that started?
Because because in that interview that Jay-Z gave a while back, he said we're past kneeling. Yeah. We need action now. So Kaepernick's thing was like, well, I thought we were past kneeling, but here you are sitting for the anthem. But Jay-Z responded to it.
But this is what's funny, and I'm taking this shit back to when. Yeah, I mean, I ain't trying to bring up old shit, but niggas that have dealt with Jay-Z have been saying this. I remember Cam, when they was going to do their shit, he was saying, like, this
Dame Dash say that type shit to this
Dash. Same shit that Jay does. And now you understand, like, where them niggas is coming from. Like, Jay-Z does this type of shit.
Right. Remember Dame said,
it ain't new. Like,
Dame said, like, he's the type of nigga that will try to take your bitch, like, right under you, right from under you, you know what I'm saying?
But like I said, like, I don't know. I just find that shit interesting because, like I said, like, I don't know. But Jay-Z did speak out and say he said honestly he was like whatever busy, other things was going on, and he said he didn't even know that shit was going on. Like I guess because I don't know how it is sitting up in one of them boxes and stuff. But he wasn't the only one seated though.
So he said he didn't even know the national anthem.
He didn't. I guess he couldn't hear because what was going on around him. But he said he didn't even know like that shit was going on or whatever he said. But like he had a legit response. Like, I mean, like shit like that happens. Like I guess, but he wasn't the only person sitting though. He wasn't the only person sitting.
Right.
So it's like, the only reason that they got called out for is because of their celebrity. You know what I mean? Because there were other people around them sitting.
Their celebrity and how outspoken, they were with the situation.
But people just picking, you know what I mean? People will pick with anything just cause. So, I mean,
look, he said
whatever.
He didn't mean to send message by sitting during the national anthem.
Yeah, but because he did respond about that shit, But he not the only one fucking sitting.
Right.
If you see the full picture too, that's cropped in.
They probably none of them probably heard.
That's cropped in picture, but the other picture is like you see. He's not the only one seated. So
that's just the media trying to take.
You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers.
The national anthem might not even been fucking playing during that picture.
Like I said, he said he couldn't. It was whatever they was doing something else. They had a lot going on, and it just didn't. He couldn't hear it or whatever. But I said people would drag anything. So, and then then Wendy Williams back on her coon shit too, talking about you hear what she said to Jay-Z?
Who?
Wendy Williams?
No.
She was like, she basically, she be on fuck shit too, yo. She's a coon ass bitch to me.
Who, Wendy Williams?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like fucking she was like, well, Jay-Z, if you don't like our country, then you can, and then she
Wendy Williams
and then she
said
stopped. Yeah, and then she stopped. So it was like she literally did like stop that's like the ... But you know the rest of the statement.
The crazy chick Tomi Lahren, she said the same thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying I've heard people at North Harvard say shit like that. I've heard people, you know what I mean? Like that's the stupidest shit. That's like the stupidest comment you can ever say. If you don't stand for the anthem, if you don't like it, then get out the country. Like no. Wendy Williams said that about Jay-Z and shit. That's what I'm saying. But like, my thing is like, the reason that always fucks me up about that shit is like, y'all say we live in a country of freedom and shit like that, and you can exercise your rights to do this and that, and then if people exercise their rights to not stand for the fucking anthem, you get mad at them. But it's like, our soldiers fought for your freedoms, but it's like, they fought for my freedom to sit, motherfucker. They fought for me to have the right to sit. So why are you mad for me exercising my right, yo? They like you to have rights until you exercise them.
Right. See, I think people are missing the point behind that shit. It has nothing to do with the soldiers that fight for us. Right?
Never.
Obviously, everybody has respect for them. Right. They do. Obviously.
It was never about the soldiers.
The whole point was about how black people being treated in this country, and Kaepernick chose a way to express that. And that's
very
what
peaceful way.
That's what it's about. Point blank. Period.
Trash.
It ain't nothing to do with. We're not respecting the soldiers. We're not respecting the military. It has nothing to do with that shit at all. And I think everybody, somehow, not everybody, but the people that are saying these negative things, they always turn back to that shit. But that's not where the origin of this shit comes from. This comes from black
and that's been explained a million times, and people still don't understand. Exactly. But it's like,
but that's just because
it's like, what do you mean, yo?
That's built in,
I know. But it's like, yo. But how do you get mad? Like, how do you get mad at people exercising their rights that you're saying people fought for? Like, they fought for your rights, but then when you act like, honestly, what it comes down to, y'all, people hate when black people exercise their rights more than anything. Because you think about it, you was a white man walking down the street with, like gun carry states and shit. You can walk down the street with your AR as a white man and be fine. You walk around, there's been videos of it. Right. You feel me? Walk around as a black man with that shit. You'll see 7 cop cars pull up. They're going to take your gun from you, throw it across the street, have you on the ground, frisk you, do all types of other shit. Right. And it's literally black and white. You know what I mean? Like, literally. So it's like, yeah, man, shit, wow, yo.
Did you see the latest shit? Like, when you touched on coming off the Wendy Williams subject, the latest that girl Gayle King, Oprah's friend, the reporter friend.
I mentioned that.
Yeah, and you see what Snoop Dogg said to her?
I didn't see what he said, but I'm just gonna go off of Gayle's perspective.
She responded back.
I understand where she's coming from because that wasn't her intention, the way that it came out. And people tend to post things and they want a certain perspective to be portrayed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Media
and that's fucked up. And it's crazy because in her interview she says that her job is the one that posted it like that. So that makes you think like, were they setting her up to look crazy like that?
She's like, she had a whole fucking interview, but they made that.
Because I didn't listen to the whole interview in its entirety.
That is true.
Very fucked up.
I didn't listen to the interview in
its
entirety.
And I believe her, you know what I'm saying? I definitely believe her, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't do what that reporter did from the Washington Post, who was an actual past, who was an actual past, sexual assault victim, who of course definitely, if you're a victim of that, you see somebody who may have been accused of that. See somebody who may have been accused of that in the past, and like think that, oh damn, he's being celebrated and have to feel some type of way. But one, you're a reporter, you know what I'm saying? You're a journalist, and like you're supposed to write, and for the Washington Post, you're supposed to be like credible, you know what I'm saying, and kind of like not biased. Just like posted an article that she didn't even write, you know what I'm saying? That was written 3 years ago, that painted Kobe in a bad light, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not telling the whole story about, yeah, he did get accused of this, but he was exonerated.
But my thing is,
didn't testify. Blah, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, I feel like if she was gonna go that route, that's the way she should have did it. But instead, she got mad when she posted that shit blindly and got death threats and all that, and got angry and posted more shit. Right. And like, but it's like, dude, you did that to yourself. You should have knew that was gonna happen.
My thing is, like, why the fuck are you bringing up his allegations 17 years later? I was about to say, like, why, my nigga? Why is because he's not able here to defend himself. But why is news of 2003 being a 2020 current event?
Right.
Why is that because it's like this. Why, like, she's interviewing Lisa Leslie. Why the fuck did you need to ask Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant's rape allegations from 17 years? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with basketball? What the fuck does that have to do with Lisa Leslie? And what the fuck does that have to do with y'all interview? Like, why are you bringing that up? Yo, that shit's crazy. He was found
innocent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is, they do that shit with every famous person that dies. I mean, that's what I've seen.
They just come out
because they're like buzz questions and shit like that.
That's Prince, they done it with Michael Jackson. They do it with everybody. Every time. When somebody of really high stature dies that is very famous, they always bring up some negative shit that happened in their life and career. You feel me? And it's like, why even bring that shit up? Especially when somebody dies.
Like, why now? Are we talking about, damn near 20 years later.
Why are we talking about the negative shit? Let's talk about all the positive that these people did.
Aren't they talking about Harvey Weinstein?
But that's another reason Oprah's got mad flack, because it's like, you keep trying to make fucking Netflix series on all these black people and like, she backed out of doing the one on Cosby or whatever, like, cause she was pressured, but like, or they was trying to pressure her. I doubt she got pressured out of doing it, but like, the Michael Jackson shit, that whole shit was fluky as fuck. But it's like, why are you doing these documentaries on like respected black people or whatever, or like legend of black people, whatever, like respected black people in hip hop, or not even hip hop, just in black community or whatever. But it's like, yeah, entertainment, there you go. But like, you know what I mean, like Harvey Weinstein, who, like, why are you not doing a documentary on him?
And
that motherfucker's under trial right now.
You think they will? They better. But they not going to.
I don't fucking know, but my thing is, like, it's like, why Oprah? It seemed like Oprah aiming at all the niggas. Why are you not aiming at the white folk doing the same fuck shit that are really doing the fuck shit factually too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Harvey Weinstein, like, you know that motherfucker did that shit, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo.
I agree with that.
Why are you coming for black people, yo?
Black people focusing on the black people that had issues, and the white people focus on the white people that issues. It should be both ways. You know what I'm saying? Both sides.
And not to harp on the Kobe situation, because, you know, obviously we're all still, you know, grieving about that. That shit just happened, you know. But it is crazy, like, how, you know, 17 years goes by and when Kobe's still alive, and none of them saying that. They're gonna wait.
None of those questions were in interviews before. That's what I'm saying.
Point. And I'm not talking about just the interview people. I'm talking about like people on social media, because it came out of nowhere. But people saying, going on ESPN Sports Center, Kobe posts like talking about he's a rapist and all that. Like, people already defaming his murals and shit with that.
What?
It's like they come out the woodworks. Like,
they defame his murals,
They always do that.
Wait till this person is not there to defend themselves.
Bro, they do that with every famous person who has died. Yeah, they always do it. And Kobe is not the first.
People are fucking weird,
for a long time.
That's true.
People are fucking weird.
That's a systematic thing. That's some shit that you know what I mean, that needs to be fixed. Like, that's, you know, we shouldn't be talking about people that have touched a lot of people's hearts. Yeah. And putting them down like that. We should be talking about all the positive that they've done over the years in their career.
Especially if the charges was dropped. All that shit was dropped. And the other shit that never gets mentioned about the rape charges is like, yeah, whatever, she didn't testify. But also around that shit, She had that same woman that accused him was in the mental hospital like several months before that shit. She had like a bunch of other shitey shit going on around her, but none of that information ever gets brought to the light. It's just Kobe raped her. Like that's it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like never like, all of her fucking shit. Fuck
definitely.
that shit.
And I'm not even trying to sound like insensitive that like people that, because you know that.
Oh no, not
that
at
is
all.
real. And obviously, none of us were there.
Yeah.
We do know that he was exonerated of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But who know? We do know he did mess with the chick. Right. But like it's like, you know, we don't know the facts, right, man. Like we weren't there, yo. All we know is Kobe was a fucking legend, right, and like he wasn't known to be somebody like that.
She was trying to hit a lick off that nigga.
Right. I do want to make this point though, yo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we shouldn't be focusing on all the negative shit that artists have been through, because I remember they did that shit with Pop. You know what I mean, with the whole rape allegations and making him seem like he a thug and all this type of shit, and you know, basically a no good, you know, nigga for real. And you know what I'm saying, we shouldn't be focusing on that type of shit. You feel me? Like when somebody, you know, when somebody dies who's of that stature, you know what I'm saying, it should never be no negative shit about what happened in the past. We should be talking about all the positive that these people did and how they affected people's lives in very positive ways. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying, like I think that's just fucked up how people do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not right to me.
Real talk, man. It's like, especially a figure like Kobe, man, like who's known not to be that type of guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like he's just a legend to so many people. You know, immortal to so many people, superhero to so many folks. You don't think of something like that happening to him so abruptly and tragically, but
hey, y'all motherfuckers out here fucking praising Trump, like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Yeah, right. The pussy grabbing president, y'all support him, but y'all want to call Kobe a rapist. Yo, stop playing with me, yo. Come on, yo.
I agree with that.
Come on, yo.
Is that food still in here, Jordan?
No, it's here.
Oh, shit.
But he got a couple minutes ago, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
But back on the Super Bowl, before we get all the way from that, yo, you hear like Migos and all them. It might have been the whole quality control shit. They did the stripper bowl.
Oh yeah,
that's been like trending.
Did you hear about the Cardi B? Like,
well,
I guess the strippers thought they were ripped off.
Well, yeah, because now check this out, yo. And I did learn something, because I'm not into like strip club culture. I've only been that one time for your birthday.
Yeah.
That's all that audio's gonna pick up, bro. Yeah. But the one thing the stripper bowl shit was crazy, because think about it. I didn't know this. I didn't know that strippers had to pay to dance. There's a buy-in. There's a buy-in at clubs.
For all strippers?
Yeah. So like probably literally like almost all clubs. You literally, so like if I want to go strip at a club and I'm a dancer, like let's say like I had to pay like $250 to dance there that night.
Because it's almost like, so think of it as like a freelance shit. Like,
and I didn't know that shit. I just thought you worked there. You feel me? Like, all the money get cut up, they split them amongst you, and they take whatever their cut is. But it's like, nah, you basically, there's a buy-in fee. So let's say it's like a $250 buy-in fee.
It's like you're paying to perform.
So let's say it's a $250 buy-in fee. Boom, all the tips get added up. You get X amount of money, and then like that $250 gets taken out, and then you probably get cut off more. Basically, dancers be getting robbed at the strip clubs. I didn't know that, but so the stripper bowl, what happened was, I guess a lot of these dancers came from like all over to dance at the stripper bowl, and they like so much money was thrown, like because Cardi B came out was like, well, I know I threw 50, so and so threw 50, so and so threw 150, and like other artists was like, yeah, I threw 150 at the stripper bowl. Certain artists was basically over $1 million was spent that night at the strip club, at that stripper bowl joint, and like so much money, that like it took them 8 hours to count all the money, and then the dancers only got like $1,000.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of strippers, right? Yeah.
Well, they fucked up because first of all, they should have like brought X amount of strippers. Period.
Yeah, not
a lesser amount.
But regardless, yo, if you talking about millions of dollars was thrown in the club, and you just left with $1,000, because I'm sure those dancers were expecting to leave with like $20K, $30K. They was probably expecting to leave with bread, but like probably more than that, to be honest.
It depends on how many strippers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many came.
I don't know.
Look, here's Cardi B speaking on it. This shit funny.
People throw money when they hear a song that
Strippers
they
claim
really
they were ripped
like,
off.
or when the stripper is entertaining. Now, I was throwing money at songs that I know and that I like. If I don't know a song, I'm not throwing money to it. The only way I'm gonna throw money if I see the stripper shaking her ass and it's entertaining me. Y'all bitches wasn't entertaining.
Oh, they're asleep. Listen, wait.
Oh wow.
Who's sleeping on the couch?
They sleep and shit.
Nah, that's not gonna cut it.
Okay, well, hey, look.
That is not gonna cut it.
I'm keeping it 100. I didn't see that shit.
You should not be doing that.
Money. I felt like I was obligated to throw money, and everybody felt obligated to throw money. But it felt at one point, it felt like niggas didn't really want to throw money because y'all wasn't entertaining.
She's talking about her celebrity friends. That's Wiz.
Oh no. Oh nah.
But basically, the event was just pretty much really, really
They
unorganized.
did like a concert. My nigga, you gotta shake your ass.
Been here for 16 hours.
She talks about that too.
$1,100. I made triple that last night in 2 hours. Like what?
I feel like the certain girls that were shaking their ass, the ones that wasn't fucking shaking their ass, I feel like that's not fair. The bitches that was working their ass off had to split money with y'all fucking stank ass bitches that's just standing there like, I don't care. I'm gonna get money
That's
anyway.
crazy.
Yeah,
But how did they end up
gotta-
only getting 1,100 each? Did they just have a whole bunch shitload of strippers?
They couldn't have had that many, yo. I
And
don't
who's
know.
really looking at y'all? So shake your ass, pop some pussy. You don't gotta show your pussy, you just gotta pop it.
Right.
The fuck? Next year, I told P, I told all the boys, I told everybody, next year we will have more control instead of the promoters. Next year we will have more control, and we're gonna make sure less than 80 bitches are allowed to work,
Yeah,
so
that's a good
everybody
point.
can make enough
That's
and
a good
great
point.
money. We're going to make sure that there's more securities securing every section to the middle, to the end.
It was really unorganized.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So that's probably why, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
too much shit going on.
She has a good point, yeah, like- There's probably
Next
bitches
year
there.
we're
We
gonna
just
have
saw it.
less
It was
girls
bitches in there
who's gonna be
sleeping.
They was sleep on the couch. That's
so
why.
like, bro, you don't deserve to make no money.
right.
But like you said,
With your
it
jacket
was
covering
it
your
was
head.
dancing there probably really getting it in, and it's like
Right.
so to then have to wait 8, 16 hours, whatever they was waiting to get their money for it to be $1,100. That's wild.
Let me ask y'all a question. You had y'all everybody been to strip clubs at this table,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, I'm not like big on strip clubs.
I agree
It's
with
not,
that.
It's not my thing.
But let me ask you this though. You can agree with this. When you go to a strip club, you see all these bitches dancing. You feel me? You throwing your money to the bitch that's really popping that shit. That's really putting in that work. Am I
Right.
right? You're not throwing money to a chick that she halfway shaking her ass or
She's
you know what I
standing
mean?
there.
She just kind of standing there, or you can just tell that her effort really ain't into it. You're not gonna be throwing her that money like that. Am I right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen that. Have you seen that? At a
I've only
strip club?
been one time, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went one time.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
mean, but
you ain't good. You
but
can't
people
be no,
people that have been, you have
can't be no
seen
stripper and don't work.
right, and that's the whole point. Like you can't come into no strip
They said
club.
going to work.
and
Some
you-
of them
and
was
you-
slacking,
and you
but-
chilling.
but I
You're
know
not
they
gonna
wasn't
make
all
10
slacking.
racks if you sitting
Yeah.
there sleeping or you just walking around and all that bullshit.
What
you ain't
Travis
gonna make
Porter
money.
say? You want to see some cash? I want to see some ass.
Right,
baby.
and it's
Shit.
straight like that.
But like I said, it sounded like the whole shit was unorganized. They probably had a plethora of fucking dancers there.
Yeah.
But regardless,
problem.
but
That was
still,
the
even
problem.
if let's say even if they had like 200 dancers, like all right, cool.
I would at least think to get like
You
3
still
racks.
you gonna
3
tell
racks.
you can tell me y'all still only can make 11 like a yo I know lots of money was thrown in that bitch.
I mean,
Hella
Bro,
Hell,
I'm just going off of what I just saw. Video
Yeah,
evidence.
that clip-
Somebody sleeping, and that's
clip I
somebody.
wouldn't have been spending on that.
That's a different perspective. We
Well,
probably don't know it all.
Hopefully that
But-
girl who was complaining about that 1,100 was actually working. You know what I'm saying? And
Maybe.
not one of them girls.
She might have been
sleeping
one of the chicks on the
She might have
couch.
been one of them girls on the couch. I'm like, sorry, baby. You
See,
need
we
to-
don't know that.
Yeah, we don't-
That's something.
It's a lot we don't know, so yeah, get that.
So it's I mean it's different perspectives, but
But Cardi B had a point. You know, less girls and a little more money to spread around.
But like I said, I
That's how
did
it
not
should
know. I did not know that they had to like pay to dance. That was crazy to me.
I mean, I don't
I did
know
not
if I've
know
heard of
that
that
shit before.
explains the aggressiveness because
But-
they're trying to get their money back. Like,
From the strip club's perspective, I think they're looking at it like like you're not gonna be a no-name rapper and go to a venue and not pay to get on the stage. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at it like almost like as each of these strippers are their own individual brands.
It's kind of like renting a booth at the barbershop.
They're renting a booth. You know what I'm saying? They're renting their spot to come perform at the club and get more money. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it should be, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see. Yeah, it's just like a barber. You know what I'm saying? Like
but that's not the only way. But I don't
think
think that's the only place they lose money. That's the issue. Like they lose money there because they pay in, but I think
they get physically robbed.
But then they also, I think there's another cut taken out of their
They
financial.
do.
Yeah, so it's like when it probably trickles down, like they probably not even seeing like 50% of the money they work for. You see what I'm saying? That's
they're
what
probably getting a deposit they don't get.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Hey, but life ain't easy. You feel me?
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, you gotta work hard for what you want. You a barber, right? You just starting out. You think that you about to just make 2 racks and you a new barber? Like you gotta put in that work.
Because at the end of the day, if you are gonna be one of those strippers putting in that work, and you're gonna be one of the most likable strippers,
I've known some dancers. I've known dancers that have told me. I've known dancers that have like told me like that have made bread. Like when they only dance for like, you know what I mean, like a couple years, something like that. But like I've had dancers tell me like, yo, they could have like literally bought a house and like all types of shit, but they didn't. They was fucking the bag up every night because they knew they was gonna get it back the next day. They dropped it 2-3 racks a day.
Getting stilettos and bags.
Yeah, because
that's on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't nobody telling them to do that.
Oh yeah, no, they wasn't complaining about it, but I'm just saying like I know that like you can make bread, but it's like you just gotta be smart about how you invest that shit because you gotta think about being a stripper is not. Okay, some people make that shit a long-term career, but you shouldn't. You probably should. It's not really like a career. Like you know what I mean, you only gonna do it. You like probably like 10 years or so. You think you're gonna be out your prime? Maybe 20 at the most.
I respect it out of a way that if a stripper's using it as a temporary way to get money to pay off, I've heard stories of girls that are nurses going to school. You know what I'm saying? Getting cars.
I know a couple nurses that dance on the side.
But like, use the stripping money to pay off their student loans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
Just be smart with your investment, man.
Yeah, it's good bread. Be careful and safe.
That shit is a business, man. Like if anybody that's a financial investor that know how to save their money and shit, it don't matter what job you do. All the rules apply. You feel me? Like you need to know how to invest your money. You need to know how to save your money. And use that shit right, you feel me? And with any job that you get into, when you new, you gotta work your fucking way up, yo. You don't just hop in this shit and you just that person like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? For the majority of people, you gotta work your way up. So I can see where you gonna have to put in that work and get your name out there and get people to be like, all right, I fuck with this stripper, so I'm about to throw her all the bread. You know what I'm saying? It don't just happen. You gotta fucking work.
It's like it's like a financial literacy thing. But I feel like, see, if I was a chick and I was a dancer, this is what I'd do. If I got like 1 or 2 of the homegirls and we know we kill it in the club every night, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get our strip on. We gonna get this bread, but we gonna put that bread together and we gonna go buy our own fucking club, and then we gonna you feel me? We gonna get residual off the next set of strippers.
See, that's the difference. That's the difference between a broke mind and a rich mind.
And man, you got
a broke person.
You can make
and
that
rich
money.
Person.
It's like you can make $2,000 a night, but let's make $2,000 a night for the year, and then let's go buy a club, and then now we can make exponentially more a night.
See, now you talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you talking.
Now you getting now you really getting bread. You feel me?
And you don't have to dance.
And then you don't even gotta dance no more. You
see, that's a whole nother topic.
Man, I'm saying, come on, y'all gotta use this.
But like I said, I'm sure in a lot of these situations, these strippers, they're not just like, they're probably stripping because they do have to have. They need that money that they're paying, that they're getting. They can't afford to put it on the club. They have to do other shit.
That's not true.
They got to pay student loans. They got to fucking take care of their kids. I'm just saying because
he's trying to cake.
I think that's a real perspective.
Because that's not the common dancer.
Who wants stripper who has a mindset? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go strip and then fuck.
That's a lot of strippers.
Because that's the easy way to make money to fucking get over and get by.
It's a lot of strippers that only are thinking day to day, my nigga.
It's not an easy thing. It's not.
Nobody's just be like, I'm gonna be a career stripper. And
there is plenty. Go to the strip club. There's 35, 40-year-old. There's 35 and 40-year-old women in the club.
That's a minority of them.
No, it's not.
It's not the majority of them.
No, it's not.
I bet the majority of them are struggling.
And no, if anything, it's the smaller percentage of them that are dancing to pay for school. I can tell you that. A lot of them are that's just their lifestyle. You know what I mean? They partying because they get to drink and party while they there. I have X amount of dancers on my Instagram. I can tell you. A lot of these, I don't know what they do in their free time. Some of them I know have work regular jobs in their free time. Might work at Amazon in their free time. Might work at other warehouses, Kohl's and stuff in their free time. But some of them is literally just dancing at this club at these hours, and they just around and that's it. And then they on there flexing all they fucking designer shit with their mattress on the floor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No. A lot of these people is they getting to the money and then they flexing with it, but the whole time you're fucking, you got an air mattress on the floor and your kid is sleeping in a fucking sleeping bag. That's real shit.
I think that's the majority.
That's the majority.
Yeah.
I think the minority of the people that are going there.
But they're not struggling. They're spending their money wrong, my nigga. They got the money.
Yeah,
it's all in the coach. A $10,000 coach bag.
But the minority of them are the smart ones, like you said, that are just stripping just to invest to go buy a club.
Right. They're not buying clubs.
That's a crazy motherfucker. That's a motherfucker that just. You must just got it good. You must not have any responsibilities.
No, that's a person.
No, it's not.
That's a person that got
to go buy a
straight.
Club with dance, my nigga.
They got their head on straight.
What you mean, Justin? If you're making $2,000 a night as a dancer, what do you mean? Like, yo, you're making money. Boom. Right. Look, I can pay my bills. I can do this, and I can put this money to the side because I'm financially literate. And now I'll put this money aside. And I don't have to go buy a strip club. I could buy whatever endeavor my heart desires. I could go start a nail salon. I could start a barbershop, a tattoo shop, whatever. And
I'm pretty sure that's probably those clubs that are
clothing line, whatever.
In Vegas and fucking you know what I'm saying? LA and shit.
I think it's strip clubs everywhere.
And they're not doing it.
Women like that. They're just going out there making bread 6 figures.
That's all they do. They're just making that money and going.
Just living like fucking superstars, just stripping.
But I'm saying, I'm sure that they didn't come into the strip game making that amount of money. They had to work their way up to get there.
And they're probably for a reason.
But I'm sure they was making I'm sure they was making at least a few hundred a night, which is more than most people making a day.
Money to make money. Yeah, no, but I'm sure they needed money for a specific reason, and that's why I'm saying I feel like stripping, in my opinion, for some, and I can't attest because I'm not a stripper. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that. If I would only do that if I needed a desperate, quick way to make money.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
But then when that turns into 5 years,
oh shit, I have a kid that I have to feed every day. But it would take me some time to be like, all right, this is my career, and I'm gonna be a fucking.
But if you're
6-figure stripper,
and that's okay to do it temporarily. But now, when 5 years go by and you're still doing it, and
hopefully maybe you can find another job.
But I'm saying. Your average person makes like $125 a day. Google it. $125 a day is what average somebody probably makes on a daily basis.
Right.
All right. So if you're a dancer, you're making more than $125 in a night, pretty much, right?
Right.
All right. So you're already past the average middle class working person financially. It's how you spend your fucking money, my nigga. Right. What do you mean? So you can, yes. Some people get desperate, they're down bad, whatever. They might get homeless, whatever, and they dance, cool. And then that quick money can get addictive, cool. I understand it. But when you get on the up, like when you're making hundreds of dollars a night, you know what I'm saying? You're making more than most hardworking people. Right. So there's no excuse that you can't put some dollars to the side and get you your little car, get yourself straight, get you a little apartment. Furnish the apartment and then invest in something else.
Because I think everybody got problems and they got bills and shit they got to pay for. They got
bills, debts, hospital bills, whatever.
Yeah. But people still find a way to take care of that, but still put money on the side.
Right.
Where they fuck up at is that they might put the money towards the important shit.
They blowing it on designer,
but then they take the rest of it and blow it on dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a mental problem. You're not on the path that you should be to get you to be a fucking boss and millionaire.
Because think about it.
You want to fuck shit.
Think about it. Especially you getting to dancing between 18 and 21. You're still young and stupid as fuck. When I was when I was 19, I was working a job and I was making like $1,200-$1,300 after taxes. At 19, my nigga, I had nobody taught me how to be financially literate. My mother didn't tell me how to help me with none of that shit. You feel me? I wasn't even living at home. Yeah. So it's like, all right, so I was just blowing. Most of that money went to bullshit. And I didn't even smoke weed at the time, right. So it wasn't going to drugs. It wasn't going to liquor. That shit was mostly just going to food. I didn't have, you know what I mean? It was bullshit. Ooh, let's go eat this. Dumb shit. Clothes, dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So think about it. From a stripper's mind, cool. Especially between 18 and 21, you get into that mindset of just, yo, this money coming fast, yo. Ooh, I want to go shopping. Ooh, I need a new outfit. Ooh, I'm gonna get some new heels for the club. All that. You get in that mindset, and now you're just, all right, I know I'm gonna make it back. I know I'm gonna make it back. You just get in this bad habit of spending it all before you do anything.
Just like drug money, niggas that be selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing. All that money coming in. You feel me?
It's going faster than it's coming, yo. Hell yeah.
You got two choices. You either gonna be a nigga who about to take that money and invest and become a boss, millionaire, whatever, or you gonna be the motherfucker that's gonna take that money, you gonna blow it, and you gonna be on that bullshit, and you gonna be in the same position broke that you was last week when you made all that money. Right. You feel me? You either gonna be one of the two. And I mean, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Right. You need to decide what you gonna do, and that's what all jobs, stripper, whatever. You feel me? It's either you gonna take that money, invest, and be smart, and make more money, or you're gonna take that money and you're gonna fuck it up, you're gonna spend it, you're gonna be broke like you was last week. Right. That's the bottom line with this shit.
That's no cap.
That's every job, whatever.
Every
you feel
profession.
me? That's every profession. You feel me?
I did not think we was gonna get to a 20-minute conversation about strip clubs.
No, but it is funny that you bring up that you said that you started watching that show Atlanta. That show's like a perfect representation of like a regular motherfucker just living.
I'm only on the 5th episode,
surrounded by all that types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, you got to the gist of like what's going on.
I mean, I kind of but like don't spoil.
Donald Glover you can tell by the way he directs that shit. He just makes it look so realistic.
Yeah.
So real. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's how that shit kind of falls in.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people struggle with that shit every day.
Right. Because I mean, that nigga Donald, he's struggling in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You at least know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that nigga be. Well, he went on the date and shit.
He
went on the date and the nigga was like, shit, like, I'll just take water. Like, I mean, nigga couldn't afford the date.
He went there thinking, he went to that one place
trying to get his
said that
man's the cash app and bread so he can pay for his date.
They had an all-night, late-night happy hour or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes there, they're like, oh yeah, we switched up. We got managed. This is actually all seafood.
Yeah.
So everything is seafood and shit.
You know, that's extra expensive. Right. Then she talking about, she want this, and he's like,
have you watched that, Jordan?
No, I have. I've seen that. But the thing is, you don't think that like every famous rich person that you know ain't been through something similar to that? Jay-Z, fucking Tyler Perry. You ain't think that they went through struggles? That's why I just feel like it's no excuses for that. Like you can have all the bills, all the tough shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? But like the difference between the people that make it and the people that don't is the people that make it, yo, they took that opportunity and that money and they did something with it. The people that don't have shit, they had the same opportunity, but they fucked it up.
Well, sometimes
that's what it's all about.
Sometimes it's a matter of having the opportunity. A lot of people tell you, honestly, like the opportunity is partially luck. You know what I mean? Because you could drop a track, you feel me? You could drop a track and like, you know what I mean? It could be trash, but it could go viral or whatever, and like people could fuck. We could all say that that's trash, but you could have literally just started like the next trend of what music's about to sound like. See what I'm saying? And next thing you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Getting opportunities or whatever, like off of like, boom, your shit just hit. You know what I mean? You could have put out like fucking, that could have been your first song you put out and you just hit a lick off it. Justin could have been on his 15th album and you can't get past 10 views. Right. You see what I'm saying?
But see, that doesn't mean that he cannot be successful.
Yeah, not at all.
People go through that too. Everybody has. There are people that had they had more failures than the next person who maybe had a few failures, but they made it. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's people that had failure after failure for years, but then that next year they made it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I don't feel like nobody. I don't think there's one person that didn't, if they really put their mind to this shit, didn't have an opportunity to fucking excel. You know what I mean? I feel like people do over time, but it happens at different times for different people.
I watched
some people might have it quick, and some people it might take longer. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
One more thing I was gonna say, off of what you were saying about like just like the failing and going on again and shit. I watched the a documentary on Ed Hardy like years ago.
For real, the tattoo artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
It's really good.
That applies. I was rocking.
It's really good. Like you seen it?
Is it on Netflix?
It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. I watched it like probably like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But that shit, and that was back when I was like into tattooing heavy too.
Yeah.
So like that shit was pretty inspirational because like you see how successful like he was as an artist, like on the end tip and shit like that, and you see like, you know what I mean, like obviously like all the Ed Hardy clothes and all that shit. Like you like, oh, this motherfucker got cups, he got everything. You feel me?
His struggle.
But
went through
that motherfucker, like, yo, that shit was dope because like
he's no longer living, is he?
I think he still is. Yeah. But because like he started out basically when he was a kid or around that age, tattooing was actually taboo as fuck. And you know, actually like there was only like literally a few legal tattoo shops like in the country. Like most places they were illegal. I think like New York there was like a couple, and maybe in Cali, but like most of them, like the most tattoo shits was like underground or illegal type shit. You weren't like, it wasn't like okay. But then as it did get okay, like he was in the shop or whatever, and he lived like near a military base, so like he was just doing like the little flash shit, you know, like the flash tattoos and shit they kind of started with. Yeah. He was doing a bunch of that type of shit, but like he failed a bunch of shops. Like times, like when he went to open his own shop, like that shit. I think one or two of his shops failed. Yeah. Then he actually went overseas to learn the Japanese style from an actual Japanese artist. He stayed over there for like I think 2 years or so or whatever. It might have been longer than that, but he went over there to learn that craft and that style. Came back over here, kind of integrated it with his shit. Then opened up a private studio, and then that's like kind of when he really started like getting it in and shit. And then like his shit from there just kind of flew up. And then like at some point he actually stopped tattooing and got into art or whatever. Now they say why, but I forget. Yeah. But that was like pretty crazy because you would never think, especially because like you said, like you only see people's success, but you never see what the shit they go through to get there. So like this motherfucker, he lost shops. He had failure after failure after failure, but like he was just persistent and like didn't give the fuck up, and that shit worked out for him.
Bro, it's different. It's different levels, and the thing that I really want to harp on is that I think some people feel like, man, like I had it harder than that person. You know what I mean? And he made it. You know what I'm saying? And it just took me a little bit longer to get there. But that's the beauty of it. It ain't about how fast you can be successful. You know what I'm saying? It's about all the shit that you like. I respect motherfuckers that been through
that
more.
Shit builds you up.
Right. I respect motherfuckers that been through more shit that actually made it and became successful than motherfuckers that maybe went through a little bit and they made it. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect that struggle more than somebody else's struggle who didn't really have to go through a bunch of shit. And I feel like everybody's like bullshit that leads them to greatness is different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's kind of just like they path to get there. Like all that bullshit is literally just your journey to success.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's never the same. So I feel like you can never compare like, all right, what I went through next to this dude. We both made it, but you can't compare like, all right, I went through more than this person.
Can't, because everybody grow up different homes, different parents, different households, different demographic, like whatever it is. So it's always going to be different. You know what I'm
saying? And you just got to just take it for what it is. Like if you went through more to get to where you are than the next person that's right up there with you,
I'll be the glory
you can't sit back and be hating on a nigga like, man, all right, he ain't really go through all that shit, but I had to go through this.
Right.
You feel me? That's just life.
Have different circumstances.
That's right. That's the struggle.
Just like Nipsey, just like the late Nipsey says, like it's the marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like he's seeing these riches now, but like it took a long road to get here, a long road of work and perseverance. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say like for myself personally, yo, like all the bullshit and struggles that I've dealt with in my life, like I'm happy for that shit because like that's what created me. That's what built me and my ambition and my mentality. Right. Because like I know people around me that, you feel me, like might not have had, you feel me, they might if they didn't have to work as hard for shit as I might have had to work for shit. Like so it's like it's harder for them to focus on doing shit than it is for me because like it's that hunger's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like I said, I don't fault. I've never like faulted nobody. You feel me? Like for how you grow up, how you come up. It's not your fault if you come up good. You know what I mean? Or if you come up with a golden spoon in your mouth, it's not your fault. But it can. I feel like it can hinder people though. Coming up with a golden spoon in your mouth can hinder you to some extent in certain circumstances.
It can't hinder you, but you can. You have to also have a mentality. You have to understand that you came up with the golden spoon.
Right.
Just like me.
Yeah, as long as you understand that. Understand that's the first step.
I feel like I have a good understanding of like responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But
know how to handle shit.
You know what I'm saying? But some people like
fold under pressure, because they ain't built like
they need they can't. Without their parents, they'd be fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that doesn't. But and another point, that doesn't mean that not everybody has the opportunity. I feel like at some point, if you really putting in that work, at some point you're gonna get the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree that people come through trying to be successful in whatever and they don't have the opportunity. I can say that for people that don't work hard.
A lot of people don't chase it.
If you don't work hard,
yeah,
of course you ain't gonna see the opportunity. But for somebody who's working hard and it might take you a little bit longer, I don't feel that nobody ever gets the opportunity if they put in that work. Right. I just don't believe that. I feel like if you put in that
energy
work,
attracts,
no matter how long it takes, your opportunity is gonna come. Yeah. I believe that 100%. I don't feel like nobody can tell me different.
No, I agree with that.
Straight like that.
I agree.
What you got on your list, yo? You got anything?
Sean, I don't have a list. I told you what. Like I told you, we were supposed to have I had a different.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a guest up today, but
I had a different agenda. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't able to make it. Maybe we'll catch him in one of the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, we'll get him on, and hopefully this month.
Yeah, but
I definitely have a plan for to get some more guests. For this month. We have some good shit coming up for February.
Next week's gonna be dope. Next week's gonna be dope.
So.
I want
to be a part of that.
I meant to send you the link. I watched this podcast, a Joe Rogan podcast the other day. He had a dude on there, Daryl Davis, I think his name was.
What was
his name? Was like Daryl Davis, I believe. I could be wrong with the last name, but he had like he's converted like over 200 KKK members.
Damn.
Oh, that's the dude who keeps KKK masks.
Yeah, when the people reform, like he'll ask, like they'll give him the first dude to do it. He's like, well, He's like, I don't know what to do with. He's like, well, can I have it? And he was like, you sure you want this? And like he took them, so he like collects them, and he has like from like grandmaster, like top people of the clan, like
green
chapters.
Ones,
yeah, he has like from the top people of that chapter. Like clans, like to like regular people, because there's like ranks in that shit, just like a gang.
I can respect why he did it though.
But no, it's cool. It's a black dude that is converting to black. Like it's like a 3-hour interview, yo. You gotta listen to that.
You
shit.
might have seen him, like he's that big, kind of a big black dude.
No, I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
Yo, it's a dope interview. Like
I didn't know he got on with Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
did he recently?
Yeah, it was like the past week.
Yeah,
I listened to it last week. I meant to send you the link. It was really good, but one of the things
he caught flack for that too.
What for that?
For collecting the shit.
For collecting it.
Collecting the shit. But
I mean,
they don't understand why.
I get why he did it, so I don't. Especially since I listened to the interview.
Like a trophy. It's like, yo, this is one.
Yeah, and that's something to be proud of. Like, who would not?
You're changing people's whole mindsets, and then those people are going on to change other people's. Like you're reforming people who were brought up with hateful mentalities, and that's not an easy thing to do.
You have kids that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just teach from that level.
I just say, yo, if you get bored or you take that drive up tomorrow, whatever, yo, throw that bitch on, yo. Like it's a really good interview. But he touches on in there on Black History Month, and I like his point on it. I wish I meant to send it to you, so because I wanted you to listen to that part specifically. It's towards the end, but just to get your view on it. But like he actually said he feels like Black History Month, they should do away with Black History Month. But it wasn't just like fuck Black History Month. The reasons he gave behind it made sense. No.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, no. The reasons he gave behind it were interesting. So I'll say this: it wasn't just get away with Black History Month because whatever, but it was because he was like, when we were fighting for shit, he's like we never stopped fighting. He's like, but then he's like, basically when they finally gave us a month and shit like that, it's like we got lazy and complacent, and so it's like we're just okay with having that month. And he's like, we gave up the fight after that for our rights and shit. Like all that fighting and shit, he's like, it just kind of died down. And he's like, if you think about it, he's like, he's like, every year in school, they go through the same handful of people. You go through Harriet Tubman, you go through MLK, you go through the same like 5 or 6 people in a month. Y'all don't go into nobody else. Yeah. So it's like, you're not really teaching it. And he's like, you learn that in February. He's like, you can ask somebody in May, June about, you know what I'm saying, like Harriet Tubman, and they'll mistake her for Rosa Parks on the bus or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's not taught year round, or it's not taught more thoroughly. It's just like grazed over for 4 weeks. He got a little more into it than that, but I'm like, the point he gave on it, I said, well, that's interesting. I get the point.
He gave a great point.
I get the point that he was saying, yo.
Where the problem is that people just look at that shit to that month. You know what I'm saying? It should be. I'm not saying we should get rid of month. We should keep it, but it's about moving it forward. We shouldn't just. It shouldn't be February is Black History, and then after it's done, that's it. We should be talking about that shit year round.
That's the problem.
But we should still keep Black History Month and still talk about those things. But the issue is we should be talking about that shit past February. We should be talking about that shit all the time, 24/7. Yeah. You know what I mean, and really learn about our history and our culture. Yeah. Not just us, but everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that is what the problem is. I think people just look at February, we talk about it, that's it, and we're done.
That's what he's saying.
It should be.
We got lazy after we got History Month, and they gave us the shortest month of the year. That wasn't on accident.
All right. Yeah, I can understand that.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so I'm like I said, check out the interview, yo. Yeah, check it out. It's a really dope listen. You know what I mean? It's really dope listen.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
That's definitely check it out.
For real.
Let's see what else I got. The squeegee boy shit that you was talking about. The Baltimore. Like, I think Baltimore is basically saying they're blaming the squeegee boys for why
Baltimore's losing.
Why tourists are being deterred from Baltimore, like why tourism. But it's like,
I don't believe that.
My niggas is dying every day. That shootings in Baltimore is enough to keep niggas out of Baltimore.
That's why people don't come.
Because it's niggas that live in Maryland that don't want to go to Baltimore for that shit. So coming from another state, what would make you want to go there? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, because a lot of people complain about there is a percentage of the squeegee boys that are just ignorant, but they're not all ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are just like they kicking your car and shit, and you know what I mean, just being ignorant or saying ignorant shit to you because you not give whatever. That's a portion. That's a small portion of them, but the squeegee boys overall, they're not deterring tourists, my nigga. Right. Like they might harass people from time to time. Most of the time, probably locals. But they're not. I don't think they can be fully blamed for that. I mean, come on, Baltimore is just. It's been, like I said, it's been a city of corrupt politicians and fucking just foul shit, foul cops, corrupt cops, murders every day. Take responsibility for what it is, yo. Don't blame that shit on the kids.
I've talked to people about this show, and people from different places. I've done this before, where I've asked people yo, what's your opinion on Baltimore? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it?
They talk about
and I've had people say, I ain't hear nobody say, oh, the squeegee boys is what deters me from Baltimore. What I've heard a lot of is that we got a lot of issues. There's a lot of people dying every day. The fact that we're such a small city compared to a Chicago or other cities, and the fact that our murder rate is way higher than cities that are 2 times as big as ours. That's the problem. That's not the main problem. That's a big part of the problem. So that's the issue. That's the shit we should be looking at. Not that the squeegee boys did this or
how dare y'all blaming on the squeegee boys?
That to me, I think that's a phony ass excuse. Yeah. Baltimore has way more issues than squeegee boys. Definitely. And we all know that. We live here, we from here. Definitely. We know that. You know what I mean? The squeegee boys is not the problem.
Yeah, not at all. I feel the same, but I just thought that was interesting. I said, they might get complaints. There are complaints about the squeegee boys, but they're not deterring tourists to any percentage of what the violence and murder going on in Baltimore is. You see what I'm saying? Not even point. I guarantee not even 1% of why tourists are being deterred is because of squeegee boys.
My friend was just at the gym. Was at the gym yesterday at Harbor East, where that movie theater is, where the Starbucks is over there. And she was held up in the gym for 2 hours because somebody was getting there was an armed robbery in the fucking parking garage at like in the gym.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
So I'm saying this shit be happening every day, but
that's not Harbor East. That's like a good, you know what I mean? That's not like the hood. You know what I'm saying? There's money in that area.
It's the fact that they taking away all the facilities and shit. They take away all the rec centers. They don't upkeep the schools. They close the schools down, but yet they keep building prisons. Y'all keep taking the fucking city's money and building prisons instead of fucking fixing the schools and building rec centers for the kids to have places to go or learn.
You
know what I'm saying?
It's a way bigger issue than something small like that. And,
that's a
city,
system.
And people will do that. They'll take a little small thing that really ain't shit and make it a big thing when really the root of the problem is several things. We all know that.
I said it's a corrupt city, yo.
Drugs. All that shit is the problem. It ain't just off of one person. One group of people. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things.
Like I know one of the Boys and Girls Clubs in Harford County. I don't know if it's the Edgewood one or the Aberdeen one, but one of them there's like a barber program that was started there, and like they have like a few kids that like want to like learn barbering, and they teaching them that shit young to teach them a trade. And I think shit like little programs and shit like that's dope as fuck. These kids are probably like 10 years old, learn how to cut hair.
That's like some entrepreneurial.
You know what I'm saying? And you can take that trade,
yeah.
and you can literally make a career out of the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. You feel me? Like Baltimore need more programs and shit like that. Like because like I said, like by only like and. My little brother's last year of school, he went to Lake Clifton, and like he was telling me like just how trash the school was, yo. Yeah. He was like there was like 13 teachers in the school. Right. Imagine, like the schools we went to, yo. Like imagine like there was more than 13 teachers on the one floor.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like you think about like North Hartford and shit. Like we probably had like 30, 40 teachers on the one floor.
Bro,
yo.
Imagine shit. Listen, but imagine if you had that same type of teachers and dedication for those schools in the county in Baltimore City. Yeah. Imagine how much that would change things in the city.
Yeah. I've seen multiple articles over the last year especially, but throughout years, a lot of teachers that work in the city, they quit. They retire from being teachers or they quit or look elsewhere because it's so fucked crazy. Up. There's like no resources for the kids. Like shit, most of the schools don't even have like heating and air. A lot of the times the schools will get closed down days at a time because it's too fucking hot to learn in that bitch. Right. So it's like, you know what I mean? But here y'all are spending probably billions of dollars on a new prison that they just like. I remember a couple years ago, and shit, yeah, like you're building all this shit, but like y'all can't even like these are kids, yo. They're not even adults yet. They're not even 18. Right. These are kids that are just born into fucked up circumstances, and like y'all are treating these motherfuckers like they're fucking grown ass adults, criminals, instead of like trying to like help them get on a better path. You're literally failing these kids. You're failing these teenagers. You feel what I'm saying? And to where like they kind of like just get lost in the sauce and go this way, or they get into this shit, or they get into that because that's the only thing that they know in this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's some trash ass shit, yo. It's just fucked up.
And that's the only way that change.
It's a systemic problem.
The only way that things are going to change is if people that have the power to be change those specifics. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to spend more
part of the system. They don't want to fix it.
More money, more time, right? And that's a whole other conversation.
Check this out. Let me tell you this.
We could definitely have a whole conversation.
Tell you this.
Because I believe that too.
Flint, Michigan. Definitely. If that shit happened in Hollywood, in the hills, how fast do you think that water crisis would have been fucking fixed?
Well, we wouldn't even know about
it. You know what I'm saying? Or you go to any like big or fucking any of these big whatever like suburban major cities and let that shit have happened there. It probably, first of all, no issues ever happened in those cities like that, as you can see.
That tells you everything.
They were fixed.
Let something like that happen. Is it gonna drag on for 10 fucking years? No, the fuck it's not. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you expect people to do?
You know what? What you just said is systematic racism.
But people can't see that shit.
That's a whole other topic.
And people,
but that's what it is.
Like, because a lot of people think people think that people literally just wake up like, yo, I'm gonna be a criminal today because I got nothing better to fucking do. It's like, yo, there's no opportunity sometimes. And I'm not saying go to crime, but like especially if you already been failed, you get into some fuck shit, you get a felony early, and now you really can't get a decent job. And it's like now all you do know is the streets. So it's like that's why it's the trap, my nigga. You're stuck there. You're stuck. It's in the cycle,
let me ask
In
y'all a
and
question.
out of jail,
Let me ask y'all a question. We all apply to this. Imagine if you didn't go to high school where you went, or middle school. Imagine if you were out of the county. You were dead in Baltimore City. You know what I'm saying? And that's where your education started. Do you believe in your heart that you would be the same man as you are today had you have grown up in Baltimore City? Or do you think you would be the same dude that you are now going to school, growing up in the county? Just your honest answer. Do you think that you would be the same person being in Baltimore City? Or do you think you would be a different type of person?
I mean,
I know I would be the same person.
You think you'd be the same person?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I lived in especially harsh circumstances, I probably wouldn't be the same person.
I'm aware of shit.
I'd probably be focused on a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be focused on. I'd probably be focused on one, trying to survive out in this bitch.
Right.
Focus on how to make some money.
And that's your honest answer, right?
Yeah.
No,
So I feel like I'll probably be different.
I think to an extent, like
I have to learn how to move differently.
It's iffy because like.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, like it's iffy because, like I said, like it's hard to say. Like obviously, I only know me as what I've been built through. Right. But like, I mean, yeah, if had I grown up, and I mean to an extent, I kind of grew up in some fucked up circumstances. But like, had I grew up in more fucked up circumstances or in more in the city, like, all right, I'm sure I honestly might have got into some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I might have fucked around and had a criminal record, yo. Right. To be honest with you, depending, like, because especially depending on what age you're at, though. If I had moved out there maybe like 16, maybe not so much. But if I was out there since I was 8, for sure. Yeah. Because if that's what you're around, it's like, and that's what you, and if you don't, you know what I mean, and you might not have the type of right parent leadership and shit at home and stuff like that. Your parents not home, it's like, and you just kind of hit the block, and then it's like the niggas that's kind of OGing you and shit is like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, well, damn, that's where my loyalty started to go to. And depending on your OG, because if you were real, like, if you really out there, like, and you been through that shit, you would do everything you can to steer them kids away from that life. But a lot of them bring them into it.
And also, I mean, again, like, if you're totally like, we're missing the fact, like, all right, am I out there with just my mom? Like, a lot of these kids probably don't even have dads in the house. You know what I'm saying? So like that probably adds another element to it, as far as just like you said, they got other big homies, OGs, criminals, telling them, all right, this is what you need to do.
Other men that you're looking for that father figure in.
The thing is, I see where you're coming from, but that all depends on what type of parent you got.
Yeah,
that too.
You might have a parent that's
strung out.
Or you might have a parent that's really holding shit down, and they got you focused.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But off of statistics, that doesn't really happen a lot in Baltimore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of absentee moms and dads in Baltimore City. You know what I'm saying? And imagine if you didn't have that. Something that went on in all of our lives. I ain't going to just say y'all, me too. Somebody was a part of your life. I don't know who it is for y'all, but somebody was a part of your life that made you into the man that you are. They made you. You didn't get involved with all the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Somebody put something up, you know what I mean? Somebody instilled something in you that made you not go that route.
Yeah.
So there are people in Baltimore City that don't have that shit at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they could go either which way. They might have a big homie that be like, yo, you
need some money.
You got do that.
Yo, you need some money. Go flip this pack.
Or
shoot somebody.
You got it's big homies out there that tell you like, yo, you need to go to school, my nigga. You need to do this and do that.
Those are the real big homies.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that that's not, you don't see it all the time.
Especially when all your homies is running the streets. You want to be with the homies.
But also, let me say this also. It's like, one, I might be differently in the fact that I feel like I would have to move differently and might have some type of more sense of urgency to get money and do shit like that. But I don't think I would be on some fuck shit like where some niggas out here and young niggas out in this city that are just reckless, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that just are evil.
But it's
you know
not.
What I'm saying? I don't think I would be on some shit
but
like that.
but you gotta think like
people
certain
that are doing
shit,
some weird
It depends.
Certain shit breeds that into you. Like there's certain, like you said, like you got a strung out mother and your father ain't shit or whatever, and like
that would make me want to go shoot out into a crowd.
But think, no, not that. But
that's what kids
not
do
that.
these days.
But I'm saying that the rage that can build in a young boy is you know what I'm saying. You don't know how and being confused about that type of emotion. You don't know how to. You're going through the motions. You're still developing. You don't know how to channel that shit, bro.
The sense that you just told me, like that mindset, you developed that from somebody. You didn't just come up thinking that this
like
is
I
what
know
I'm
that's
supposed
wrong.
to do.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody taught you.
You
that.
know it's wrong.
Right.
That's
you
what
know
I'm
it's
saying.
wrong.
You know it's wrong.
But you know it's wrong because somebody told you that.
These niggas think that shit's cool.
Yeah.
That's how we ride with the homies. We bloods. They Crips. Fuck them niggas. They just shot my man last week. We riding out, nigga.
Right. But
That's
it's people that don't have that figure that told them like, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have just been around they homies and they was like, we about to go rob these niggas. We about to go sell this pack. You know what I'm saying? So how could they know any different if they've never had somebody tell them?
Because sometimes kids is literally running the streets,
You brought up a point like the rage of a young kid, something that I don't relate to.
Even if you because there's dudes out there that have the sense like, I shouldn't be killing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they got that from somewhere, somebody.
They got rage in their heart.
Something. I don't think that we just came in here knowing like, we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that. We don't, because we're children, we're babies. We don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhere along the line, even if you had it real bad, somebody told you or somebody did something to make you realize like, even though I'm going through these fucked up situations, I know I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. Even though I might have some rage or I might be upset about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told you like, and they got through to you. I should not be out here murking niggas, robbing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to you. Yeah. You feel me? And I think that applies to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have that at all, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? you probably, I ain't gonna say 100%, but more than likely though, you gonna be on some shit. Yeah. You feel me? Like,
survival of the fittest, my nigga.
People who's probably early as child, probably like fucking 9-10 years old, their dad locked up forever. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mommy has 4 or 5 other kids to worry about, or she's strung out. Right. So it's like,
I've been around.
Last week, my best friend just got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do I have? You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't have that mentality that there's nothing to live for.
Right.
So,
I've been around ignorance to this level, yo. Like, I've been around a nigga that was in a set, and like this nigga literally had several baby mothers that he was literally just like getting pregnant over and over. Like he was literally just like, fuck this, like this one pregnant, this one pregnant, this one pregnant, that one had a baby. Look, like Swear was literally, and like literally intention was to literally like raise them all into the gang and like literally raise like a gang. Yes, that's like that's all. There's also just a level of crazy, just ignorance out there.
Imagine where
of
he
niggas.
got that mindset.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Imagine how he grew up.
That's what I'm saying. So think about that. Like this nigga, you feel me, having several kids and is like trying to basically raise them up into the set that he reps.
That's just
and that's
he just doesn't
and
have
as a parent,
the game.
As a parent, you would think, especially like you're in that shit, that's the last thing you want for your kid.
Right.
But this nigga is like gung ho for like trying to pull him in it, and it's like, huh? You feel what I'm saying? Like what? I've seen shit like that. Yeah. Literally seen shit like that, and it's like, damn, yo, like it's just like you say, yo, you never know how somebody grow up. Like you don't know, like certain shit can change people. I've been through shit that's changed me in certain ways. I've been cold in certain ways. Like I'm trying to, like I've been fucked up. Like I've like literally spent like the last 10 years like trying to fix some of my mentalities, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is why I get mad when people try to piss me off, because like I know what I had to do to like get here mentally. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you never know what people like. What people go through. You know what I mean? Like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't. You know what I mean?
I'll give you a perfect example, yo. My brother. We grew up with the same parents. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother and my father had me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? And if you know anything about me, in my personal situation, my brother, we became two totally different niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that happened because of one, the parenting that was going on. My parents raised my brother different than how they raised me. That's the main
which
thing.
happens.
That's the main
how
thing.
far years are y'all apart?
7 years.
Especially with that gap.
Right. That's
completely.
the main thing.
It's possible to be completely raised completely different when you are brought up that differently. Because like my little brother and me, my little brother is 18 years younger than me.
Wow.
I was 18 when this nigga was born. This nigga's 10. So that nigga is being raised completely different than I was raised. I can't relate to you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And on top of that, our mindsets are different. Even though we had the same parents and he was probably raised a different way than me, it's crazy that our mindsets are way different. Now, I attribute that to the experiences, the way we were raised. That's what I attribute it to. But it's crazy how we came through the same people, but we turned out to be two totally different people. And I'm not saying that like my parents are 100% to blame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna put that on parents. Like parents do the best that they can. You feel me? At the time that they have children, they do what they can to make their child the best man, woman that they can be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So I have two totally different mentalities, personalities.
Exactly. But it, somewhere along the line, it got to a point where he wanted to go this route and I wanted to go this route. And we on totally two different pages. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not me talking shit on my brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's taking him a lot longer to get his shit together and get to a mindset that I'm doing at 20-something years old.
Yeah,
he's
10 years younger than him.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years younger.
Like, you know what I mean? And that happens to a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I do. You're right.
And it's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where. I mean, you could put the blame in a lot of places, bro. But the point that I'm trying to make is that people go through shit, you know what I mean, with their personal lives and the shit with their family. You know what I mean? And it affects them different than the next person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes you somebody totally different than what you could have been.
Like I could say, like me and my brother, we're only 2 years. My older brother, we're only 2 years apart. But like my dad leaving, like when we was young, and us only being 2 years apart, it affected us two completely different ways. Like I feel like it bothered him it bothered him way worse than it did me, right. And it caused him like a completely different like level of like rage through his early years and like teenage years and shit of like shit that he had to work through, and it's like it affected me, but like maybe it was because I was just that 2 years younger to where like, you know what I mean, I didn't have as much of an idea of what was going on. Whatever the case was, right. It like, you know what I'm saying, like my mom had always said, like ever since then, like he was never the same again as a person. See what I'm saying? And like my mom struggled with him and his anger issues forever. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, always just lashing out, rage, angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, me, like not wanting to do this, not like just, you know what I mean? Like you never know how certain shit can affect you, yo. Like right. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And it only leads from there. Like somebody could take, you know what I'm saying, a situation that they have with their parents that probably wasn't so good. Some people can take that and probably make a positive out of it. But there's people that take that and they take that shit down a very negative route. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my brother did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he always would say like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you grew up in the county, you had it this way, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took that shit and went a different route. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was bullshit, whatever. You know what I mean? And that was which to an extent, it was the start of him going the route that he went. But he never found that path to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took that and he decided like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to go this route. That led him to where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, where he could have went through that, but then took a different route and say, you know what? My people wasn't there. They didn't do everything they were supposed to do. But you know what? I ain't gonna let it affect me. I'm about to be a totally different nigga. I'm about to be successful. I'm about to be all that. You know what I'm saying?
Were there chances? Like,
there's no question. There was no question. I think he had more chances than me. Right. You know what I'm saying? My peoples did more for that nigga than they did for me. When we talk about finances and shit, like he was given several cars, all that shit. I ain't gonna go deep into it, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy how, you know, your mindset can take you different ways, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, not even just your parents. Like, both of our parents could have been fucked up, but I could have met somebody who enlightened me. That was like, yo, you could take this shit and
or just
build.
kept you strong through that situation,
right?
And where the other person
right.
might have felt like he didn't have that person,
right?
You know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
And help me get to a certain path. But then he might have had this exact same shit with my parents, but then somebody was like, man, fuck that shit, like they bullshit. You know what I mean? Let's go sell this dope. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then he go a different route.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So I guess the bottom line of this shit is the people that you surround yourself with, you know what I'm saying, is very important. That helps mold you into the type of person that you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? If you're around positive people, more than likely, you're going to be on some positive shit. Even though your parents might have been bullshit to you. You might have met somebody that puts you on the right path. Or you can meet somebody who they like, fuck that shit. And you about to go on some whole deeper, dark shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's what that shit is contributed to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because even though y'all are brothers, it's like
easy.
And the technical standpoint, yeah, y'all brothers, but it's like even so, y'all are still like y'all brain chemistry is both different. So like how something might affect you is not obviously gonna affect him differently, like you said. And it's just like it's a plethora of fucking variables that you know what I mean that you could put 20 people do the same situation. And they gonna go down different paths. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go all different ways. This nigga might go on to fucking be the president. This nigga might go on to murder somebody. This nigga might go on to fucking, you know what I mean, be a male strip. Like, you never know, but it's just that situation, whatever it do to you, you know what I mean, and whatever, like, yeah, it's just crazy. But
and it's all about what you make it, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you, at some point, yo, I feel like everybody gets to a point where even if you're going through bullshit, at some point, you gonna have to decide, like, yo, I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to keep going through this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if nobody gave you the teachings or whatever that you needed to hear at that time to get you right, at some point you gonna realize, like, yo, I'm doing this shit and it's leading me down a bullshit path. So at some point you gonna be like, all right, it's time to switch this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously this shit is not getting me to where I need to be. So now I need to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And I think that shit is real, man. That shit happens to.
I've had a few of them moments in my life. But sometimes you just gotta tell yourself, or sometimes you just gotta be real with yourself and tell yourself, yo, I gotta go the fuck up, yo, whatever it is. But you know what I mean? Like, because like when you tired of losing, like sometimes L's are not in your control, but like some are. So it's like when you just tired of losing a certain way for so long, you just like, all right, well, let me think. So what the fuck do I got to do then to fix this? Like, all right, cool. All right, let me stop spending, like, okay, if it's a financial thing, let me stop spending all my money on video games or something stupid, or let me stop spending all my money on weed, or let me stop spending all my money on the boat, whatever the fuck it is, or let me stop spending all my time watching Netflix. Let me take my time and I wanted to get into photography forever. Let me go, you know what I mean, invest into a craft that can make you a business. You know what I'm saying? So, because I play way less video games and watch very minimal TV now. I still do play video games, don't get me wrong. But I started to just take that time and invest it into, like, learning. You know what I mean? Because, like, I learn different. I don't, like, the school system of learning, that's not how I don't learn that way. Right. So that's why I wasn't successful in school. And that's why, like, I tried college, I dropped out the first semester in community college. Like, that's not how I learned. I don't learn that way. Right. So I'm more hands-on and shit. Like, I'm a more artsy nigga. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I have to learn differently. I'm easier for me to watch some shit or whatever. So, like my job, for instance, yo, when I used to be on third shift or second shift, had tons of free time, yo. So what I was doing, in all my free time, I wasn't like bullshitting watching shit on my phone or on Instagram. I was watching tutorials on YouTube. I'm learning how to make beats. I'm learning how to shoot, do photography. I'm learning what the fucking ISO is, what aperture is, what's this, how to shoot video. Like, I'm literally like teaching I'm like, cool. I'm like, to me, this is school time. Right. I'm at work. I'm getting paid to learn because I'm at work and I'm doing my job. But in my downtime, when there's nothing to do, I'm just learning. Yeah, I mean, it was a hustle. I was like, I'm hustling, nigga.
But you see,
no excuse.
You see how it comes full circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you might have had it rougher than the next person, at some point, you know what I'm saying, you realize, like, yo, like, something's got to change for me to get on this successful path. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that happens with everybody. At some point, if you are some type of logical person, you realize at some point, yo, what I've been doing for 10, 20 years is not working. So I'm about to switch this shit up. and let's see what that gets me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like everybody has an opportunity to be great in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's all about when that opportunity comes, what are you going to do with the opportunity? Are you going to blow it? Or are you going to take that shit and take it to the next level?
Because sometimes you only get one opportunity. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sometimes you get more, but sometimes it's literally one opportunity. Right. Are you going to be ready for it, yo? You know what I mean?
That moment is so key. Yo.
But you never know when it's going to come. That's the problem.
You don't. But the thing is, unfortunately, you got to be ready when the opportunity
you just have
comes.
to be.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Because if you blow it, there's a chance that you might not never get that shit again, bro.
Again.
You know what I'm saying? And your maturity level or how you think it might be way off. But you have to be, bro. I mean, straight like that. You gotta be ready for when that shit comes to you. You know what I'm saying? To be the best that you can be, you have to.
Ooh. Good conversation today, fellas.
A lot of inspirational talk, motivational motivational speech.
All right. Question.
Good combos today.
Definitely.
Shit.
Had a nice flow.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. Something I want to do, is definitely get the guests back on. So I definitely have 3 pretty good, solid.
I think
guests
next week will be pretty dope,
month.
and we'll probably actually touch on some similar topics from today
about
Baltimore City.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
detriment of shit like that.
So just stay on tune. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some cool folks up in here. But yeah, I mean, I think that was a good episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode. Random. I know I mentioned it last week. About going pescatarian and shit for the month, so I'm just gonna give y'all like an update on that.
Okay.
So, what's this? Day 6 of February. Yeah, I did go vegetarian this month so far. Like I haven't even gone pescatarian really because I haven't eaten no fish or shrimp.
Right.
But I think tomorrow I ain't gonna lie, yo, I'm gonna have to give me some fish because like I just be needing something more, yo. I don't know. I might just keep it simple this week. Some nigga been a little hurt for real. Might just grab some tuna, but it's better than. I don't know, yo. I've been trying to eat a bunch of different shit and stay vegetarian, but it's like, it's not that I can't do it. It's just really, really boring. So, you know what I mean? Like, nigga wants some food out this bitch, but I'm gonna thug it out for the whole month though. I am gonna, I said no meat, but I am gonna break and do. Last episode, I did say I was gonna go pescatarian, but then I told myself, no, I'm gonna try to go just straight vegetarian. But
what you been eating like? You said you had a veggie burger?
I mean, like broccoli, asparagus, black beans.
I've been having a lot of broccoli.
These noodles, it's like these noodles, but they're kind of like made out of beans because they're like high protein, which is why I was using those noodles. Because like my biggest struggle with the vegetarian diet has been getting the proper amount of protein that I needed. You feel me? So,
what you need?
Yeah. So I'm probably I'm gonna throw fish and shrimp into my diet.
That's just gonna be tasty.
Yeah.
You can still eat rice.
Yeah. There's no red meat. I'm not eating chicken, turkey, none of that. I just haven't been eating meat this month, and it's not for no specific reason.
Would you go to Burger King and get an Impossible burger?
Nah, because I found out like they caught mad flack. There was traces of meat and shit in there.
Well, that's not what I heard. I guess that's a point because they're probably
cooking it with the meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they said that. The guy that filed suit or whatever was saying that, he was being like duped because it was vegan, but like Burger King clapped back and was like, yo, we never claimed to be vegan. We just couldn't. This is a
meatless.
But no, what the guy was complaining about was that the food was getting cooked on the same burners that the meat was getting cooked on.
Yeah.
Not that there was like meat in it, but I guess in that case there would be traces of
meat. With meat.
You know what I'm saying?
Contaminated with meat.
But they said it was never vegan. It's just a healthy alternative. So it's like take your lawsuit and shove it up your ass.
I mean, in that sense, yeah, because like you said, just because they say, hey, we're serving a meathless burger doesn't mean, hey, if you're vegan, come eat our burger.
And they also said if he asked and did more research, that he was like, I am vegan, they would have prepared the burger differently. You know what I'm saying? They said that there's information on their website that, for vegan people, like there is an option for Burger King to prepare them.
And plus they do have like regular veggie burgers too.
Right.
So I used to work there. Those regular veggie burgers, to be honest, they're not bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like they don't smell good. Like
that
when you cook them,
yeah.
but no. It really tastes good. Like it's good. But
would you get a black bean burger
I'll probably get a black bean burger.
Black bean burger be alright, yo. I've been eating them. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're not bad. Really, like it's literally like the texture of a burger. It's just not meat.
But I understand.
I mean, it's I don't know. Those it tastes.
It tastes like you're eating a regular burger.
I mean, not quite because it's not beef, but it doesn't taste bad. Because like I actually will cook mine on the skillet. You can microwave it, but I'll cook mine and like throw a little seasoning on, a little garlic powder, onion powder. You know what I mean, a little flavor. Throw some ketchup on that bitch. Yeah, you know what I mean. But
I was about to go.
I mean, I would eat it, but I understand the point that he's making. I mean, they never did say it was vegetarian, but that's the way that they try to do people.
But yeah, I mean, if it's vegetarian, I mean, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not really a big fast food guy anymore, though.
Word.
So, but yeah, so that shit's been going good. Like I feel lighter, kind of. I don't know. It's an interesting. It's been 6 days, but I'm about to go to the gym after this shit for real. But yeah, fish and shrimp's definitely coming into the diet because it's just so boring. Yo.
Yeah, get you some tilapia.
You gotta have.
Bake that shit with some nice lemon and herb.
You can get protein from plants, but it's just like it takes more effort. Yo.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it takes
some lime and
it
herb
takes
on
more
that
effort.
tilapia.
You know what I mean? Because like me watching, like if I'm trying to get a certain amount of macros, like protein, fat, and carbs and shit. Like the higher shit in protein, like peanut butter, shit like that, it's higher in fat, so it's like not good. It's like, you know what I mean? You can it's good in some, but like to just straight eat peanut butter, you're gonna eat way more fat than protein, and you don't want that level of fat to which for what I'm trying to achieve. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's just random little update on that. But besides that, all the artists holla at me. I mean, fucking holla at us. Let us, you know what I mean? Give us feedback. Somebody commented on that video with Empress and shit yesterday and said, well, and it annoyed me too.
The video or the one on the page?
The video, like the actual YouTube whole podcast.
Oh, okay.
Because like, remember, like I was smacked that episode too, but I kept like doing a bunch of this like the first couple minutes, and it annoyed me editing it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Because you just hear loud pops. So somebody was like, they were basically like, yeah, like I was trying to watch it, but like you just kept clapping in the first 2 minutes, so I just couldn't stand it. And all that. I mean, like, thanks for the feedback.
Yeah,
that's just you being you.
Yeah, but I do like I said,
making a noise.
Yeah, because I was sitting on that thing or whatever, and I kept,
wasn't like stable.
I kept like literally like yo and talking like this, and I was.
You could just hear it.
Yeah, but after the episode, I got more aware of that shit, and like I take more time to. Cause I was doing a lot of like rubbing and shit.
Yeah,
that was picking up.
It.
So like ever since that episode, I've been more like put more effort into like keeping my hands together.
Where's
or like
the mic?
Kind of down. I just be using my phone.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been,
That's the sounds good.
Yeah, I've been using the phone for the last like 4 or 5 episodes. Yeah. So, but so I mean I appreciated that feedback though.
Word.
You know what I mean? So. But yeah, it didn't make me salty, you know. I was like, thanks for the feedback for real. So,
and that's actually on the YouTube page.
Yeah,
like,
but then I was trying because I seen the notification for the comment.
Yeah.
Then I was trying to find the comment to actually respond to it and thank them for the feedback.
We need more
but
feedback,
I couldn't find it.
We need other feedback
if it's
as far as
constructive,
what kind of guests,
constructive feedback. And
what
like,
do you
good,
like
bad,
us talking
whatever,
about? What do you not like us talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Like me.
I already got feedback that they like to see Jordan on the podcast. So we definitely like Jordan on the podcast too.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That's probably
true.
some Jordan's people.
Justin said that. Justin said he enjoys.
I can say personally, I like when you're on the podcast because I think the third personality adds more depth to our conversation. Because if you think about like some of the shit we got into today, might have not got into, and that's not a knock to you, Justin. I'm just saying like it's. Obviously, with three more, with the extra personality, it kind of just adds more flavor to the convo. So I do like when you come on. Yeah, I mean, I always appreciate when you pop on.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I love the fact that y'all have you on. Man. I think that is great. What y'all doing is very.
This shit pop off. You coming with us, Jordan?
Yeah, man. Any way that I can help out, man, I'm with that shit 100. Always.
Probably gonna hear a lot of shit and static from me fucking throwing that lighter around, but fuck it.
Yeah. Besides that, I guess we done. We got nothing else, right?
Have a great weekend, folks. Be safe.
We'll see y'all next week. Be safe and holla at y'all. Holla at us. We out. Fuck it.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was a good one, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you.
That was dope. Anytime, y'all. I'm always.
So you trying to go out, get a few drinks? Thursday, Saturday, to the green turtle?
I'm with it.
It's like, I'm fucking around, and I ain't even with it.